Add them all up. How is 200 times what? Great point. Caleb, go get a prize. That's sad for me. But here it is. 0 times 200 is 200. Ugh, shameful. What would you like? You want that one or ten?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for correcting the math teacher on what 100 or 0 times something is. Very embarrassing for me. Okay. All right. So we've got 150, 200, and 150, which is what, 300, 500, right? Okay. So we're going to take 500 and divide by our weight, which the summation of that is also 500, or at least it should be if we did it right. So we're going to take 500 divided by 500, which means that the average is 1, because Caleb made this very easy for us. Thank you, Caleb. Okay, so this was the weighted mean. I'm going to put a little number 1 by that. Find the deviation of each entry from the midpoint, or if there's only one number, just that number. So this is x minus mu right here. All right, so how far is 0 from 1? 1. What should I put here though? 1 or negative 1? Because it's how far it is from 0, or how far it is from 1, so it's 1 below 0, or 1 below 1. And this is exactly on my deviation. This is 1 above it, and this is 2 above it. So again, it would be 3 minus 1, or 0 minus 1, which gets you those negative numbers. Okay, then over here, we're going to do x minus mu squared. Let's see, the deviations, this was number 2, step 2. This is step 3. If you square 1, you get 1. If you square 0, you get 0. This is 1, and that's 4. Caleb, am I doing okay? The math all right? It's very simple math, but I don't trust myself now. You guys are really good at math, but do you ever do that thing where, like, you're like, because 2 times 2 is 4, and then you're like, let me just, yep, 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, I'm not a crazy person. Then you have to multiply the squared deviations with the frequency from each class. So I guess we have one more column here. So this one, we're going to multiply the squared deviations. That's x minus mu squared times the weight from each class, or frequency. So now it's 1 times 200, which is 200, I believe. 0 times 150, which Caleb has told me is 0. 1 times 100. And 4 times 50, which is 200. Which is 500 if you add them together. This is step 4. Add to get the sum of the squares. That was step 5. Divide by n, our total frequency, to get the population variance. Maybe we should write an F up here too. Frequency, weight, same thing. And so then 500 divided by 500 again. I can't believe your imagined numbers turned out this pretty. Maybe you're just a genius. That's sigma squared, or the population variance, which is step 6. And then step 7, you take the square root of that, which is still 1. And that gets you the standard deviation. So in this very weird example, the mean is 1, the variance is 1, and the standard deviation is 1. So what that means is, on average, people in Caleb's imaginary world, which I don't think is that far off as far as your data goes, wouldn't be this pretty, but not that far off, that on average, people have gotten COVID one time with a standard deviation of 1, which means most people are between 0 and 2 times getting it. You've got some weird outliers who have 3 or 4 or more, but mostly between 0 and 2. Okay, so your homework's on the bottom. This homework's going to take a while, but again, this is going to be due on Thursday. Tomorrow, we are going to focus on doing Post-it partners and a homework quiz, and then we'll have more time to finish this assignment. Okay? All right.